possible. Don't nobody like somebody talking for a long time. But I keep getting the same questions. So I'm here to answer them. Everybody keeps asking me, how's the Atlanta life?
Yeah. Welcome to Atlanta, Jack and Hammers and Bo.
I would really like to get very specific. I do not live in Atlanta. I live in Metro Atlanta. More specifically, DeKalb County. More specifically than that, Stone Mountain. This is my first YouTube video. So I'm gonna tell a little about myself. I am 25 years old. I am in my first semester of my master's program to get my MPH at Georgia State University. I work for one of the biggest health organizations in the world in Atlanta, and I work as a quality specialist. I adjust my seat, y'all, getting uncomfortable. But this whole process is making me kind of nervous, so bear with me. This is my first video. I'm gonna jump right into your first question. So the first question I get is, how much do I pay in rent? So before I tell you that, I'm gonna give you some stats first that I was able to pull off the internet. And it says that the home, if you're looking to buy a home, the home median value is roughly around $120,000. The number of apartments and homes available to live in Stone Mountain is about 2,500 roughly, and the median rent, and this is considering all bedroom styles 1, 2, and 3, is around 1,271. A lot of the apartment complexes are income based. I don't qualify for that, unfortunately. But I do live by myself. I'm in a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom, and I pay currently $865 a month without utilities. So, you know, my cost of living is roughly about $1,271 total after paying all of my bills here in Stone Mountain. So that's just something to think about. You know, the prices are a little bit higher, but not as high as Atlanta. But the closer you get to Atlanta, we are in Metro, the prices are going to jump up. So my second question I get, which is my favorite one to answer, y'all, because the question is Stone Mountain safe? Hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife. That's how it is around here, y'all. I mean, not in my experience. So I did pull up the stats. Stone Mountain ranks 5 on a scale from 1 to 100, 100 being the safest. Did you hear that? 100 being the safest. We're ranked number 5. This means that we are only safer than 5% of other cities in the United States of America. That's terrible, y'all. And to go further into stats, since January 2018, that's almost 5 months since 339 crimes have been reported, 26 are violent, and 313 are related to property. But, you know, I haven't experienced any of that. Probably because I lock my doors and I mind my business. There's just little things you can do to, you know, stay out of trouble. Don't be at the corners where drugs are sold. Don't be out there, you know, just lingering around just to be around, you know, because there are people out there. And really, that's just not for Stone Mountain. That's everywhere that you go. Be aware of your surroundings. The question I get, well, number 3 I get all the time, is some form of transportation. Like, how long does it take me to get to work? How far am I from Atlanta? How's the transportation system, period, right? So there's so many things to consider when answering that question. If we're talking about driving, and it really depends on where you're trying to go, but we'll start off with the walkability score. The walkability score of my address in Stone Mountain is a 23 out of 100. 100 being walkable, and 1 being you just need to have a car, no legs at all. But we're 23, so it is car dependent, but there are some ways to walk. I personally drive to work every single day. It takes me about 30 to 40 minutes every morning driving there, about an hour and 15 minutes driving back. You really have to watch out for those traffic hours, like really bad. But when it comes to like public transportation, Stone Mountain is really good about that. We have the MARTA. I can't remember what that stands for, but it'll be at the bottom of the screen. Like a second. And there's a MARTA station right outside of my not station, but a bus stop right outside of my apartment complex. And then there's MARTA stops everywhere. The closest MARTA station is going to be Kingdington. That's the train. And Indian Creek. That's all still in Stone Mountain. So that's what I take to get to school. You know, I drive to the MARTA station, and then I just hop onto the train, and I'm at Georgia State like that. So there's ways around it. When it comes to walking, you'll see. Hold on, I'm about to show you. You see, the sidewalks aren't really there. You know, I mean, they're there, and if they are there, they're not all that safe. I have to pass by like a lot of strange people. Some of the areas have buffers and whatnot. There's biking trails, but there's not really a bike lane, so your health is still kind of at stake when you're trying to walk. I would suggest driving everywhere that you go, if you ask me. But transportation is good. I'm less than half a mile away from a highway. So on the question 4, people ask me this question: Michaela, how do you manage to stay healthy? You know, Atlanta just has so much to offer. How do you stay on your grind when it comes to diet and exercise? I don't. Y'all, I have gained so much weight since being here, and it's not like the environment helps at all, okay?
Tomatoes, lamb, ram, pork, dog, beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkeys, rat, you name it.
I mean, to stay healthy requires a lot of dedication, and very well can happen, but there's some things that really could change to help me keep doing that. And one of the biggest issues I've seen so far is that I'm in a food desert. Within the first 2 months of me moving here, the closest Kroger closed. Take a look at this. And then, I mean, not that I will walk there, but y'all know how Walmart is. It's just so crowded. Nobody wants to go. So, considering physical activity and staying healthy, DeKalb County as a whole has a 26.4% obesity rate. Inactiveness is at a 19.6%. And the access to exercise opportunities is at 95.4%. And the amount of people who live within a half a mile or less to a park is only at 52%. So this is telling me that, you know, opportunities to work out is not really a built environment issue. It's not that it's not there. I'm thinking it may be more of a safety issue, or it can be shaped, the parks and opportunities could be shaped better to appeal to a lot more people, if you know what I mean, you know. But currently, you know, I'm a LA Fitness member probably to the day I die. But I have to get on the highway and drive about 3 miles to get to my gym when this opportunity is kind of closer, you know. So at this point, I know y'all probably like, well, dang, girl, what is good about Stone Mountain? Well, there's Stone Mountain Park. I used to run all the time. I don't so much now due to school and work, allergies, any excuse that I can find. But it really truly is a good place to go to work out. So there are parks. There's about a 5-mile trail around the mountain, about a 1.2 miles up the mountain and down if you would like to climb. There's hiking, there's rock climbing, there's kayaking, anything you could think of really. There's golf, and it's really one of the staple places in Stone Mountain that makes it worth going, living, and really having fun here. So that's the best thing about Stone Mountain. I got a little clip, y'all. I was huffing and puffing to make this clip, but here you go.
I just fade away. Fade away. I fade away, yeah. I think too much.
Your love.
It's not all bad, y'all. It's not all bad, I promise. I love Stone Mountain, y'all. There's just so much history here. I met a lot of my friends here growing up in high school. I think the only reason I would leave is for a job or whatnot, but I wouldn't just, you know, go spend some more money if I ain't got to, too. But, yeah, I love it here. It's like right where a person should be if they're, you know, a young adult trying to move up. I wouldn't say I would raise a whole family here, like young kids or whatnot, but I most definitely love this city for what it is and what it has to offer. Any more questions about Stone Mountain, let me know. I'm the one to ask.
Technique.